Let's get started. The original sin, the current Pokemon world. In the distant past, when the boundary between Pokemon and humans was still blurred, fucked, there was a woman and her companions. She had friends, multiple friends. Every day they were bored, so they would often catch Slackoth living nearby in the forest and play cruel games with captured Slackoth, sometimes killing them for fun, gouging their eyes off, cutting off their ears, fucked up
What,
shit.
as you do.
One day, the woman was walking alone in the forest and saw Slackoth hanging from a tree. She climbed the tree to catch it, but slipped and injured herself. At the moment, a Vigoroth appeared. This Vigoroth had a torn ear. The woman, startled, tried to flee, but her injured leg hurt too much and she couldn't move. The Vigoroth, with the torn ear, suddenly attacked her when it saw her. The woman lost consciousness. When she awoke, she was in an unfamiliar place. Before her lay a clear lake, surrounded by trees from which many Slackoth and Vigoroth were hanging. All the Pokemon bore wounds somewhere on their bodies, marks left by the woman and her companions. Upon closer inspection, she noticed that some of the Slackoth hanging from the trees were corpses. They were the very Slackoth that the woman and her friends had been killing and discarded. Slackoth were throwing the corpses into the lake. Did I read that right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Terrified, the woman tried to run away, but the Slacking appeared. This Slacking also had a torn ear. The woman realized that this was the same Vigoroth she had seen earlier. It already fucking evolved?
Yep.
What?
It evolved.
And fear overwhelmed her, causing her to faint once more. Oh, she fainted already once. So he got experience points.
Yep.
It's getting weird.
He leveled up. Do, do,
When the woman
do.
regained
Do, 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 do,
consciousness,
do, do.
she found herself in the entrance of the forest near the home, surrounded by her friends. They carried her back into the house. Sometime later, the woman gave birth to a child. It wasn't a human child, it was a Slackoth. She intended to abandon it, but couldn't bring herself to do so. She stopped meeting with her friends and decided to raise the Slackoth.
This is written by Game Freak. This
Whew.
was written by somebody at Game Freak.
Rare but necessary. Um, One day, her friends, concerned about her, visited the area near her home, and they found Slackoth sleeping there. The child of the woman.
It was the child that they found.
Yes, it's just weirdly worded. Uh, as it wasn't weirdly worded, I just read it really weird.
Yeah.
As they always did, they caught the Slackoth, stabbed it in the chest, and killed it.
As you do.
As you do. They took its corpse and headed to the woman's house. When she saw the slain Slackoth, the woman was overwhelmed with sorrow. She grabbed the Slackoth's body, ran deep into the forest. Her friends, shocked, chased after her. They ventured deeper into the forest. The surroundings suddenly opened up, and they found the same clear lake from before. Around the lake were many Slackoth and Vigoroth. The woman stood before the lake, and holding the lifeless body of the Slackoth, she threw herself into the water. Afterwards, the woman's friends began to treat Slackoth as companions, just as she had in her final moments.
Yep. It's the end of that one. There's multiple stories here.
So they started fucking Slackoths.
I don't know about that, but they started
The
being nicer to
woman's
him.
friends began to treat the Slackoth as companions, just as she had in her final moments.
Well, she killed herself with her baby, so
But she also fucked a Slackoth and got a baby out of it.
yeah. I don't know how you're gonna be able to read this one.